Hey everybody, it's John. Wanted to hop on and talk about micro habits, the habits of headliners, micro habits that amplify effort. So this came out of a training recently. I wanted to just spend a few minutes and talk about it with you here, if that's okay with you. So what we're doing here is we're auditing your habits to match the destination you want. Okay? Your habits are compounding, either favorably or unfavorably. So it's important to kind of know what your habits are. If you have habits, are they kind of leading you into a favorable direction or leading you into an unfavorable place? And we want to have your habits match your expectations, okay? We want them to have integrity. They want them to have clarity. This is kind of like, gravity. You can't fake gravity. And that's the same with habits. You can't have expectations that are just so astronomical that they're not matched to your habits. So we want to have clarity. We want to have alignment and tie these two together. Okay. The longer you play, the less influence luck has, and the more the quality of your decisions and your strategy matters. Okay. This is not about getting lucky. This is about getting better and competing at higher levels. Okay. So today's results come from last year's efforts. What we did last year, this is what we call everything has a destination. What you did last week is happening today. What you're doing this week is going to ripple into next week and next month and maybe next year if you're making good decisions with good habits. So our habits matter, right? So micro habits are tiny add-ons to your life that nudge you towards the area in which you want to improve, okay? They're not goals, they're not tasks, they're not dreams. Micro habits act as a highway system that connects you to those dreams, okay? You can have your big, hairy, audacious goal up here, but your habits have to be feeding that goal, okay? And that's what we're doing with habit stacking. So habits do not necessarily bring you a direct or clear immediate benefit. Instead, by applying micro habits over a period of time, slowly you will certainly get there. It's not fast, but it is consistent. It's not fast. Instead, by applying micro habits over a period of time, slowly but certainly, you'll get there, okay? So habits help artists do the things that they don't want to do, okay? A lot of time, artists just want to kind of create that fun, sexy thing, right? But with habits, we're able to kind of do the things that we don't want to do. So attributes for habits here. They usually happen quickly, 2 to 3 to 5 minutes tops. There's not a lot of discipline involved in habits. There's not a lot of passion. You don't need to feel inspired to do them. You're probably not going to sweat. So let's do a quick look at a habit audit, okay? The habits of headliners. So let's look at kind of a developing or deploying artist. Some components here. So we're going to bucket all the music and say your music's here, your writing, your production, all that's there. So that's probably where we're going to focus. You're going to focus, right? So we're going to constrain that thing. We're going to turn it into a widget and make it live in that box. Other elements that are just as important are your team. Okay, what habits are in place as it relates to your team? Products. What habits are in place around your products? Social media. What habits are in place, right? KPIs. Experiences, SaaS automation. What habits are in place for automation, SaaS tools? Maybe nothing, and that's okay. We don't want to beat ourselves up, but we do want to correct that soon. Fans. How are we interacting with our fans? What are our habits there? So these 8 components we want to spend some time on and really with your team, maybe your manager or your person who's closest to you, say, okay, what are our habits for music? What are our habits for team, product, social, KPIs, experiences, etc.? And you want to start with 1 each, but you don't want to stop there. You want to have it ultimately around 2 or 3 each, okay? And what we're doing here is we're building a moat, okay? Soon we're going to have an impenetrable fortress. It may not happen immediately, but you do this over a number of quarters, number of years. Soon you really start to build some muscle around this thing. And you're not like that tree with the weak root system. You're not going to go down in a flood or a storm. Okay, you're going to be healthy and you're going to be kind of impenetrable manageable in a sense, okay? So these are the habits of headliners. I want to take all the time you need to do this. Don't rush with this. You could put this on your wall or on your board and really start to think about your habits. What's in place? If there's nothing in place, that's fine. You definitely want to take care of that and be thinking about, okay, what's a habit I can put in place around SAS or around team, right? So that's what I have for you today. Micro habits. These are the things that help you do the things you don't want to do. We'll see you next time.